Hey everybody, it's the top of the hour, but even closed, we're still a comedy club and this is still a comedy trivia show, so we don't start on time, just to remind you of the world that was. So, grab yourself a snack, get something to drink, get all comfy cozy, send out the link to your friends and fam not already in the streams. The Obscure Movie Trivia Show will begin in about 2.5 minutes.
And now I'm stuck in the web you're spinning. You've got me for your prey. Sorry, I'm not home right now. I'm walking in the spider web, so leave a message and I'll call you back. A likely story, but leave a message and I'll call you back. Intruding on what's mine, and you're taking up my time. Don't have the courage inside me to tell you, please let me be. Back. A likely story, but leave a message and I'll call you back. And it's all your fault. I scream my phone calls. No matter who calls, I gotta scream my phone It's gone too deep. You wake me in my sleep. My dreams become nightmares, 'cause you're ringing in my ears. Oh, sorry, I'm not home right now. I'm walking in the spider web, so leave a message, babe. Oh, like this.
Welcome to the Virtual Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for the Obscure Movie Trivia Show. Please welcome to your screen your host, Buddy.
Hey guys, thank you for being here. Hey, welcome to the Obscure Movie Trivia Show. Thank you for joining us. If you're on Facebook or YouTube right now and you want to chat along and maybe guest and chat with me, I will be watching the Twitch chat over at twitch.tv/stabcomedy. You can go over there and give a follow for free. It's real fun. We can chat. But if you want to support further, you can give a subscription for $5. If you do have an Amazon Prime membership, of course, you do get a free one every month, and you should pass that along to Stab because they allow us to do really cool, fun shows like this. So, the Obscure Movie Trivia Show is a movie trivia show that I do every week where I pick a movie of the week. This week is 2018's Hereditary, very spooky movie because it's spooky month. Each round there's 3 rounds. Each round I will tell you the rules before we go over them. But the first round will be all about Hereditary. The contestants will get 10 questions about Hereditary, and they'll show you their answers and we'll tally them up. We'll go along together. Why don't we get into it and introduce our contestants. First up is somebody who's always in the chat, watches almost all the shows, I think. First time on the show, give it up for Mike LaRosa. Hey, Mike.
What up? Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. I'm really happy to have you on. I've been wanting to ask you on for a while. You are pretty good because you're always in the chat and you always seem to know the answer. So unless you're really fast on the Google machine, you seem to know your stuff. So I'm pretty excited to have you. you've seen the show before, but because it's spooky month, what I'm asking everybody when they come on is, Mike, what is your favorite horror movie?
Ooh, my favorite horror movie. I know that this is like a love it or hate it thing, but I really like the Scream series. I just love how self-aware they are. And I even like Scream 4, which I know is divisive, but I really like
yes.
that series.
Well, it's better than Scream 3.
No, okay, Kevin, we'll get to you in a second.
Sorry, I'll mute myself.
No, it's okay. Scream 3 is my absolute favorite of the 4, and it is the best horror series. And yeah, Scream is my favorite too, because it just rocks. So I can't believe we got Scream 3 slander on my show. I'll get to you.
Hey, I'll exit out right now.
I'll get to you in a second, Kevin. Up next is another new person to the show. He's a good friend of mine, and he's very funny. And he watched this movie for the first time today.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like spooky movies. So welcome to the show, Danny Kesnick. Come on.
Hi, hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on. I'm so happy to have you. So you watched this movie for the first time today.
Yeah.
And besides not really loving horror movies, what did you think of it?
It was really good. Like, the cinematography was insane. There's a lot of like foreshadowing. I described it to you as like a lot of poetic fuckery, which is the only way I could describe it. Like,
yeah, it is.
Literally, I can't put it into other words than that.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So, with this being your first time on the show, what is your favorite horror movie?
I'm not generally a fan of horror movies, so this is going to be a bad one, because this was like the first horror movie I remember renting as a kid was Jason X. I was way too young. I was probably like 8, and like my uncle was just like, yeah, fuck it, you could get Jason X, and then I rented that.
Ooh, plug.
That is actually the perfect horror movie to start. And Kevin, you have a plug for that. We'll get to your plug in just a second, because I'm going to introduce you. Coming up third is been on the show before, Mr. Kevin Heisinger. How you doing, Kevin?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Quick plug: we just reviewed Jason X on my podcast, Midnight Movie Night, for the month of October, doing scary movies. And surprisingly, you know what? It's the first one on the podcast I wasn't crazy about. I was kind of bored. And it's the first one I actually don't recommend, shockingly. And I love Friday the 13th. I love Jason. And you would think I would have fun with it in space.
That is disrespectful, because you recommended Jaws: The Revenge, which is a dumpster fire.
I agree to disagree. I think that movie is hilarious. I think when the shark roars, I a little bit.
Jessica in the chat, we are doing Hereditary. Spooky movie. Jessica loves the Final Destination movies. I love the Final Destination movies.
Those are the first one.
It's like the first 2 are really, really good, and then the last one is really, really good. And all the ones in between it are just fun to watch.
What was the one with the lady?
That fourth one, though. That NASCAR, the 3D, I couldn't. That was now that's hot garbage right there.
Yeah,
that was.
What was the one where there's like a lawnmower and the lady got hit in the head with a rock?
Yeah, fourth one.
Was that the fourth one?
Yeah.
I remember seeing that also very young.
Because all of the deaths in that one were just totally made for the 3D. So they
really. I love movies like that are in 3D that aren't in 3D anymore. It's just like constantly reaching out. Which, another plug, Texas Chainsaw 3D we just reviewed. Hilarious. Another.
All right, Kevin. So you've been on this show, but this is the first time where you actually get a couple of days of knowledge of what you're actually doing. So appreciate having you on. What is your favorite horror movie?
Favorite ever? I'm gonna have to say The Shining by Stanley Kubrick is also just one of my favorite movies ever. It's like a tie. I would say either The Shining or Psycho, but mostly Shining because it's just amazing.
The Shining used to bore me as a kid because it didn't really scare me until I kind of got like the creepy nature of it. But yeah, it is a great movie. So that's a good choice. All right. Everyone have their writing utensils and something to write on? Okay. So round 1 is about our movie of the week, Hereditary. So
Yeah.
a couple of these will be easier than others. Hopefully some of them are a little hard. Question number 1, who plays the mother Annie, who should have won all the Oscars in 2019?
Oh shit.
Wasn't even nominated.
That is the most disrespectful thing.
Oh boy.
Everyone kind of got this one. Give a countdown
think
of
so.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, Tony, damn it, I wrote Tammy. I did not know her last name.
It's Tony.
I'm
Yeah,
terrible
it's
at
Tony Collette.
Nope.
Tony Collette.
Minus
Wait,
5 points. Be right back.
Let's see how many I could not get.
I love Tony Collette. It's okay because even if you were to get 0 in both these rounds, I think there's a comeback chance with that. Third round's
Yeah.
always the game changer.
Her face was one of the scariest parts of this movie. But go.
Tony Collette's acting, period, is the scariest part of this movie.
It
She
really.
terrifies
Yeah,
me.
damn.
No.
Question number 2 in Hereditary. What is Annie's profession in the movie? Annie is the-
What do you even call it?
I guess, yeah.
There's 2 different names I'll accept for it.
I totally
If you get close enough, I'll accept
Yeah,
it.
I think I'm gonna go with that.
Making my answer more specific.
Yeah. All right. I'll give a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and show your answers. An artist. She makes miniatures. She's a artist. What is designer?
It's a
Designer, something.
Yeah,
Microsculptor. It's
she's a model, mini maker. Yeah, she's an
Yeah.
artist. That works. That
Fartist.
works.
It
Fartist.
works out great for her.
She does some very creepy models in this movie, but we'll get there.
The movie was.
The whole thing, yes. Question number 3. What is the family attending at the beginning of the film, which is the backdrop to the movie's tone?
Mm.
Yeah, she was a mini model maker was like the most popular answer I got offline, but artist is a mini model maker, sculptor is a mini model maker. All right, I'll give a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grandma's funeral, grandma's funeral, yeah, or Annie's mom's funeral, yeah. It's that grandma, she
Yes,
that
problem.
grandma.
She's not my favorite grandma.
she is one of my least favorite. You know what?
in history of cinema.
She's a spooky grandma, that is for sure. Okay. Question number 4. What does Charlie, the young lady, do with the dead bird that flies into the class window?
I'm glad I've seen this movie like 7 times.
I'm glad I watched. Well, I'm not glad, but I'm glad I watched this morning at 8 a.m.
We got Jen in here. Hi, Jen. It's going great. Thank you for joining us. You did just get at the beginning, so you're lucky. This is question number 4. By the way, the girl who plays Charlie, she is a wonderful actress.
Dude, she's creepy as hell. I was wondering.
Beyond that, but just the way
Yeah.
she's able to express through everything that she's going through, she's really
Yeah.
good.
I mean,
but
I get that she has like a nut allergy, but it's nothing to like lose your head about. I mean,
Hey.
The countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and show your answer. Cuts its head off. Yeah, cuts its head off. Decapitates it with scissors. Yeah, cuts its head off is what we were looking for, which is just the way they sit on that while she's just using the classroom scissors.
Yeah, it's just
Such a
stone
twist.
face.
Puts it in her pocket for her sweatshirt.
Yeah, like it was a rock. It was like, This goes in here.
So, that movie. Question number 5. Our movie of the week, if you just tuned in with us, is Hereditary. So question number 5 in the movie Hereditary is, who is the writer/director of the film?
Oh, shit.
His first film, I think. His short film he made in college was fucking wild. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was, I don't even know if I recommend it, but it's on YouTube.
Oh, buddy. Oh, no. I'm terrible with names.
Well, it's okay.
I'm going to just throw this out there.
All right. I'll give a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Law, you're not wrong.
Oh, no.
Ari Aster. It's Ari Aster.
I wanted Alex Wolff to...
No, he's
Right.
his son.
He was also great, as long as we're
Doing
talking
a lot of
about
heavy
great
lifting.
actors in this movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So that was question number 5. Law did get it. It was the guy who did Midsummer. And there is a reason I definitely chose Hereditary over Midsummer. Both are on Amazon Prime, by the way. But I don't care for Midsummer.
Yeah,
Me
as someone
neither. Overrated.
Beautiful.
As someone who's not into like horror movies, every time I heard people say Midsummer, I thought it was a musical this whole time. I did not know it was a
All
horror
right,
movie.
well,
It's a prequel to Mamma Mia. A lot of people don't know.
all right. I gotta be the one guy on the stream that is gonna throw my hat in the ring for Midsummer. I fully recommend that.
Recommend it. I can see why people like it. It just wasn't for me.
If you like this, definitely check it out because
I mean, I've never been simultaneously so it's beautiful and it's repulsive in like equal amounts, and I don't know, it just works.
I can
For me,
see.
right
I can see
at
that.
the suicide scene where they're jumping off the cliff, everything just went downhill for me. I was just like, the characters been like, "Oh, I want to write this into my thesis." Who wouldn't be creeped out by that? I wasn't crazy about it, but I get
Question
it.
number 6. Question number 6. Sorry about that, Kevin.
No,
I know. Spoilers. Question number 6 in Hereditary. How does Charlie die? Tasteless jokes aside. And Daniel, when you messaged me earlier and said the window scene, is this what you meant?
Yeah, I didn't know
Okay.
that there would be several window scenes at this point, or in this movie.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep it like vague. I was like, man,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that fucked me up.
Yeah.
Because like I was like on the verge of like filming her, because like her whole thing was like she was choking and it was like wild. And as like I was getting ready to do that, it just happened. And then I was like, oh, okay, well, I have to go the rest of my day through that.
I'll give a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, show your answers. Her head gets knocked off, decapitation. She gets, she gets decapitated by the pole. It is not a pretty sight.
Scene was nuts, just like her allergy.
The way they sit on things in that movie.
Yeah.
Kevin.
That shot of her head alone, just like.
Ugh.
When I first saw this movie, I was so confused because she was in all the marketing. I'm like, wait, what? That's it for her? Like, what the fuck? And that's
All right,
what
like,
made it brilliant.
They in the marketing they show that one scene of her walking to like her grandma's ghost or whatever early in the movie, and then you think, oh, she's in the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
But not really. I mean, partially. Question number 7. Why do Peter and Charlie have to leave the party so quickly? Law is hates that her laugh emojis keep going over horrible imagery. I can just say for later on in the episode, there's going to be a lot of horrible imagery. So
Please.
we will get there. I'm going to give a countdown now of
Not horror
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
My handwriting's not very good.
Charlie eats a cake with nuts and has an allergic reaction. The nut
Whoa.
allergy. Yes, she was suffocating. That girl. The way in the back of the car as they're going. Terrified the hell out of me.
God, poor girl.
Yeah. What she
Great
said too,
actress.
like it seems like the air is getting like heavier. I forget like how she phrased it. It fucked me up.
She said her throat's getting bigger.
Yeah.
And then she said something else, and it was just the way she said it. I was like, "Save her, please!" And I didn't know the spoiler either until I saw it the first time. And this movie, I love it though. I love how beautiful it is though.
It's beautiful.
All right,
It's
that
such a great
was
family
question.
movie.
That was question number 7. Each time I like to do a fun true or false question. Question number 8 is our true or false one for this one. Toni Collette told her agent prior to taking this role that she no longer wanted to do dark movies. True or false?
She was also in Sixth Sense.
She was also in About a Boy.
And was that her in Little Miss Sunshine?
Yeah,
It is.
Was. I get her.
What's in Knives Out?
and Knives Out.
Toni Collette.
You did great in Knives Out.
And I'm thinking of ending things.
And Triple X3, The Return of Xander Cage. So fun. That's going to be on my podcast.
don't-
Highly recommend. The first
I'll give
Triple
a
X.
countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's true. She she told him she didn't want to do any more dark films because they just didn't make her happy. And then she read the script for this one, and she loved it. Is the echo coming from the Stab Theater?
I think it is.
Probably. Forgot
It
to
is.
turn that
Stab,
off.
could you make this?
I got it.
It's okay. We love you. Thank you. I thought it was me. That's why I asked.
It's not.
All right.
You, it's me.
Yes, that one was true. Good job, everyone. Yeah, I can't imagine her not doing dark stuff because she's so good at it. But she's also one of those people who could do comedies very easily. She's great at everything she does. More respect to Toni Collette.
Tony. I hope she gets it.
Exactly. She might. I don't know if she ever gets better.
Get that EGOT.
Right? Question number 9. I want her to get a Grammy. Grammy for
I don't
Toni
know
Collette.
how. I don't know how.
Question number 9. Which member of the Naked Brothers band plays Peter?
I forgot that's how he started.
Yeah.
Also in I
This is
won't
a
say.
50-50 choice, really.
Yeah.
I don't know the other ones, so I think I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was watching it, I
Really?
was like,
I never,
I can't know his name.
that was like past my time. I was
That
like,
was, like,
I think that
my
was
time.
that was Daniel's time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm
Yeah, that
probably
was,
like that dude's age.
Yeah,
been
that was my
watching, like,
ex-wife's siblings' favorite stuff.
man, that's so Raven. I've been randomly watching, and that show is just fucking bananas. Even when I was a kid, I was like, "There's no reason to have these premonitions. It adds nothing to the show." But let's continue.
Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and show your answers. Yes, Alex Wolff. Yes. Mike's the only one who spelled that right, but yes, it's Alex Wolff.
Whoa.
2 F's.
Wow. Also in Patriots Day, which is actually really good. Randomly, I didn't know what to think, but it was.
He's
Also,
he's been doing a lot of stuff, good stuff, and then he also did that a Netflix version of Death. So, you know,
No, that was the other one.
was it? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Was it Nat?
You
The
got
Yeah.
Naked Boys mixed up.
Yeah, come on, dude.
All Naked Brothers look the same to me. All right. Question number 10, our final question in Hereditary. Who is Paimon?
Heyman.
Paimon.
Paimon.
It's spelled O-M when I looked it up, so that's why.
Paimon. Paimon Manning.
It's my favorite Digimon. All right. I will give a countdown of. We've reached the end of Law's knowledge of Hereditary. I'll give a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The devil that possesses Charlie and Peter. Peter the devil. I would have also accepted one of the 8 gods of hell.
Yeah.
Or Charlie, because technically.
It started, right?
Well, technically, it's Charlie's soul in Peter's body, is what the end of the movie would have you believe if. Yeah. Or he just went crazy and murdered his whole family. Those are the only 2 options.
He was so calm for everything that was going on. He was just content and defeated, it seemed.
And when he gets possessed?
Yeah, that's because it was Paimon. It wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't Peter.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't catch that, honestly, but I was just like, oh shit, this fool is off the deep end.
Yeah, and he's looking at his entire dead family with their heads cut off, and he's emotionless, but one of those weird naked, I don't know, are they wizards or witches? I don't know what those were.
It's like
the weird naked people. One of them grabbed him and was like, it's okay, he doesn't seem tripped out about it. He seems very okay with what's going on here.
I love the Easter eggs. Like, you notice when you rewatch that the naked people are just straight chilling outside the house in a lot of shots in the movie.
Oh, dang. I caught them
that.
at the end, but I didn't catch them earlier.
Yeah, there's just random little shots. It's kind of like Hill House where you randomly see ghosts. But
he's like the king of the hill, the king of the hill.
My favorite thing like that is in the IMDb trivia, it'll be like, if you pay attention closely, you can see one of those creepy cultists at the funeral. It's like,
the naked
not
dude.
See that guy at the funeral. He was creepy as hell when I first watched it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
They're not very hidden, especially when they start getting naked at the end. You're like, oh, I can point them out even in the shadows.
Surprisingly for me, when the naked dude was in the hallway, scared me the most because I used to live in Midtown and my apartment was too hot. And I'd sleep in the living room, and I kept looking at the hallway, and I'm like, God, he's there, isn't he? like I just kept psyching myself out, and that's what scared me the most. I hate that guy.
All right, that brings us to the end of our questions about Hereditary. We have a tie for first place, and also 2 perfect rounds. So great job to Kevin and Mike, with 10 points each. You guys did very good, and we'll get to you in a second. But in second place, right behind them, on their tail with 8 points, is Daniel. Good job, Daniel.
Yeah, look at me go.
Yeah,
it's like I just watched this movie this morning.
Exactly. That's not even. We've had very bad first round scores, and we love all of our contestants. But these are very close scores. Maybe I didn't write a hard enough. I was like, if I write in movie questions, maybe if they just IMDb, they won't get it. But no, you guys all know the movie, so that was.
And I
good.
didn't even watch it today. I watched it like 3 months ago.
I know it's one of those movies you like though, so I was like.
Yeah, no, I've seen it like 8 times, twice in theaters, which was fucking amazing.
It'd be a fun airplane movie.
Round number 2. There we go. We're back on. Okay, round number 2 is we usually call it weird years, but we aren't doing years. We're doing horror focuses. So what I've done is I've selected 3 horror movie franchises, and I've written 5 questions about each one of these franchises. And based off the points from round 1, they get to pick their movie franchise that they get questions from. The 3 franchises that I picked this time were the 3 big ones, the 3 big horror ones. We got the Friday the 13th, the Nightmare on Elm Street, and the Halloween series. So we're going to get I'm hoping some really good questions about all of those. I hope you guys like what I wrote. Daniel, because you're in last or second place, however you want to look at it, let's look at it as you're in second place right now. You get to pick which one of those franchises you get 5 questions from. Again, every answer you get correct is 2 points.
Cool. I'm going Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. Good choice. Good choice. Okay. So we're going to get 5 questions in the franchise of Friday the 13th. This encompasses all the Friday the 13th. This is question number 1. Who is the killer in the original Friday the 13th? You can just tell me out loud. You don't have to write these down.
Okay.
You can just tell me anything.
Oh. Oh, me? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Jason Voorhees. No?
No.
Damn it. Son of a bitch.
That's a trick question. I knew I was going to catch somebody. Okay, it's actually Jason's mom is the killer in the
Didn't
original.
you say Scream was your favorite horror movie? That's part of the...
No. Mike said Scream was his favorite horror movie.
Mine's Jason X.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hopefully that was a good, this one. We went over this in Scream Law says. Yeah, I was gonna say if you've seen Scream, you probably know this answer. Also, if you've seen the original one, it's a really good one. If you haven't, also it's on Prime, so go watch that. Or no, it's
Making
on
Scream 5 without Wes Craven. Why?
AMC Plus, I think.
Go on.
Shudder. So question number 2 in the Friday the 13th series. Which supernatural star stars in the 2009 reboot of Friday the 13th?
Oh, God. I'm terrible.
This is a 50-50 shot.
I have zero clue about Supernatural, but I will say if I could put anyone in a Friday the 13th movie, it would be John Heder. So I'm going to hope that he was in Supernatural and Friday the 13th.
I love that. No, it's
damn it,
Jared Padalecki.
House of Wax remake.
Yeah.
Paris Hilton. That was weird.
The 2009 Friday the 13th, I don't mind. I watch it almost once a year. It's stupid, but it's a good horror flick. Like it's like an 80s horror slasher, but made in 2009. So
yeah,
it's not bad.
Almost.
Question number 3, Daniel, in Friday the 13th. Which movie in the franchise takes place on a spaceship in the 20th century?
Jason X, baby! Give me that RPG.
That is true. I love that movie. I fucking love that movie.
Again, I was like 8 when I watched that. If that, I probably would have even been like 6. And I saw that, and I was like, this is rad.
It has my favorite kill of any horror movie, but we
Sleeping
get
Bags
to that later. I'm not going to say anything. We'll get to it later. Question number 4 in Friday the 13th franchise. Corey Feldman plays the hero and the star of which movie in the franchise? You can give me the full title, or you can give me which number in the number in.
I wish this was my category.
Yeah.
I know all these.
I'm just gonna shoot dead center and say, well, not dead center. I'm gonna shoot early on and say 3.
Oh, so close. It's the 4th one, or
Damn it, I wanted
Friday
to
the
go
13th, the final chapter.
Hell yeah, Crispin Glover.
Yeah, number 4. Yeah, Crispin Glover's also in that one. I think that one's a really good one. And then from 6 on, where they finally know what they are and they realize that they're a ridiculous slasher film, the rest of them after 6 are really fun to watch too.
I saw a live taping when How Did This Get Made reviewed part 6, Jason Lives, and they were all really happy about it. They really liked it. It's so good.
That was the first one I saw.
It's the first one to realize exactly what it is, and it's got silly kills, terrible music, the dumbest plot line. Like, it knows exactly what it is.
I know, and it's the only one that did it right, because all the ones after that are just garbage.
Well, I like some of the ones after that, but I think after that they finally realized, we can't try to take this serious anymore. This guy has been murdered so many times and come back, and we don't even explain it anymore.
It really doesn't.
Your final question, Daniel, in Friday the 13th. Question number 5 is, which X-Men first-class villain actor stars as Jack in the original Friday the 13th?
Shit, I have.
Doing the X-Men poll? That's so random.
Almost any other starring
It'd be too
role that I
obvious.
pick of his, yeah.
I have zero clue. Just none. Just.
Oh, nothing?
But I will say, wait, what was his role in Jason, or in Friday the 13th? Like what?
Jack. He was like the boyfriend, the main boyfriend.
The boyfriend. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if I could put anyone as a boyfriend in Friday the 13th, I would dip into the other Friday series and pick Devo, Devo from Friday to be the boyfriend in Friday the 13th.
It's not a crossover. That's not the crossover we need.
That is a spectacular answer. However, just slightly incorrect.
Damn it.
It's Kevin Bacon.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Also,
almost
putting
even
Kevin
said, like,
Bacon as
Animal
Devo
House.
would be great.
Also, I would love that. It's the crossover we need. Okay. Good job, Daniel. Mike and Kevin, you both got 10 points in the first round, so you guys are tied. So I've picked a number, and I wrote it down here a little bit ago on my sheet, between 1 and 10. Mike, give me a number between 1 and 10 first.
6.
Kevin?
7. And I was going to do that regardless if you said 6. I had that in my mind.
Well, Mike wins. It was 5. The answer was
In the middle, god damn it.
yeah. So Mike wins that one. And Mike, that means you get to decide between Nightmare on Elm Street franchise or the Halloween franchise.
Ooh. Daniel took the one that I was the most confident about.
And I did nothing with it.
Hey, you got that Jason X. Okay. Let's go with Halloween.
Halloween, great franchise. I love Halloween. All right.
Please
Question
talk
number
about
one.
the 8th one.
Question number 1 in Halloween. In Halloween Resurrection, which rapper plays Freddie Harris, who uses karate to beat the shit out of Michael Myers?
First question.
That
Love
would
it.
be Busta Rhymes.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Trick or treat, motherfucker. I love.
Also, another plug. We are reviewing that on Midnight Movie Night for Halloween.
Whoa.
I
Of
did.
course you are, because
we picked the worst Halloween for Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh,
From the Reptar rap in Rugrats to the Halloween franchise.
they don't explain his karate skills in the movie. I just watched it yesterday, and he just miraculously starts beating the shit out of Michael Myers.
That whole scene when they're just talking to each other and he's dressed like Michael Myers to Michael Myers and they're just have this whole back and forth. It is crazy.
Yeah.
I think explaining his karate skills could only harm the movie.
His karate,
Yeah, it wasn't gonna help.
her karate skills, it was kind of like Mac and Always Sunny. We felt like it was so bad, but
All right. All right, question number 2, Mike, in the Halloween franchise. What is the name of the third Halloween, the only to not have Michael Myers in it?
That is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Correct, Amundo. Good job, yes. It's one that everyone shits on because it doesn't have Michael Myers, but if you look at it as a pure, like, just a Halloween enjoyment movie, I think it's really good.
It has a cult following. People have accepted it.
I think once you
It's
get
no
past-
Halloween 8. It's no Busta Rhymes.
I think you're right on that number. Yeah,
It
you
is
are.
the Resurrect. Yep.
It is. Yeah. All right. Mike, question number 3 in the Halloween franchise. How many Halloween films did Rob Zombie write and direct?
Oof.
That would be 2.
Correct.
Should be 0.
And they're both terrible.
Oh my god. Yeah, John Carpenter even was like, "This guy's an idiot."
He helped write the second one, I think. He has writing credit on either the first or the second one. And it's like, oh, poor John Carpenter.
I met
Like-
him. Nice guy.
He was. Yeah, I met him too. He's, John Carpenter's great. And
His movie.
both those movies should just be erased from history.
Everything Rob Zombie's done. Well, movie wise, should be erased.
I can almost agree. Yeah, I think I can agree. Rob
Devil's
Zombie.
Rejects was okay. Everything else.
Rob Zombie is not as bad as McG, but you know.
Well, we're not. That's not setting the bar too high. Okay, let's.
I hate him. All right, Mike, number 4 in the Halloween franchise. In which of the Halloween movies does Michael Myers kill Laurie Strode?
Oof. Oh gosh. I don't know if this is like. Man, I think
You got this.
I think it's Resurrection.
It is.
Hey.
I was hoping because I did a resurrection question earlier, you would think that it was H2O.
That is why. Yeah, that is what tripped me up. Thank you for that.
Isn't it like Halloween is like the first franchise to successfully ignore every single sequel and then do a direct sequel to it with this new Halloween movie?
No. They followed what Terminator did, right?
Oh, I mean
Dark
that
Fate come out
franchise.
first. No,
And
you're right. Halloween did it first, yeah, and then Dark
Yeah.
Fate did it, and then Dark Fate was terrible.
Oh, my God. Yeah, we don't talk about Dark Fate.
We don't talk.
There were
about
only
Dark Fate.
2 Terminator movies. I don't know what anyone's talking about.
I like the third one
You do?
personally.
Ooh.
I just like Terminator. Question number 5, Mike. Your final question in Halloween. You're doing pretty good, I'd say. 1995's Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers stars which MCU superhero actor?
Oh. I know this. Come on. Okay.
God, the movie's weird.
It is.
If I'm not mistaken, this is Ant-Man himself, Paul Rudd.
Good job.
Whoa.
Mike. Good job.
One of his first roles, I believe.
Yeah. Was that before Clueless? Because 95 is also Clueless, I think, right?
I think it was right either at the same time or maybe right after. It was right before Paul Rudd.
What a duo of movies right there.
One of them was slightly more successful.
All right, Mike, good job with that one. Kevin, you're up next. That leaves you with the horror movie franchise of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, who, this guy right here?
That guy right there.
I think
They knew
I
it scripturally.
might know this one.
They left you with your shirt, and they knew you were
Oh,
wearing that
darn. Jeez, I only know everything about all 3 of these.
shirt. All 3 of them, yeah.
All 3
no.
series. I grew up with, this is when I first started watching horror movies. This is like the 3 series that I started renting all the time. So
Yeah, like these are the big 3. Like I
yeah,
think if you
I love
want
it.
to start anybody on a horror, like this is where you start these 3 movies. Question number 1 in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, Kevin. Who plays Freddy Krueger in the 2010 reboot?
It's gonna be what's his face from Watchmen, Jackie, Earl, Haley.
Good job, Kevin.
We don't talk about that though. He did okay, but everything else about that movie is just. What is all the remakes they've done? They remade Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street. No one remembers any of them.
Is the Friday the 13th 2009
It
a
is.
reboot, or is it a reboot cool? Because it's also
I don't know what it is. It's not, because technically it's not Pamela Voorhees. It's just some sort of, it was supposed to be like, yeah, kind of a reboot / remake. I mean, it's not a
Yeah,
sequel.
I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
We all agree that it's a movie.
It's a movie.
Is it though?
It exists. We just got a follow. Thank you to whoever that was. I didn't get to see the name because it exploded
Whoa.
over your name, but thank you for the follow. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Law's falling around, and she said, "Dang, Mike is too quick." Dang, Mike was very quick on that one.
Mike, be quick.
Question number 2, Kevin, in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. What is the full title of the 3rd and best Nightmare on Elm Street movie?
Oh, just fucking Dream Warriors, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors, which
Yes.
I also met the entire cast, by the way.
Whoa.
Except for Patricia Arquette. She was busy, but accepting her Oscar. But I did. I met all of them. They're fantastic people. I went up to all of them. I was like, why did they kill you off? Is it because they didn't like you?
Oh yeah, and the fourth one, like everyone who survives this one dies.
Yeah, I know. They were so, but they were all they were a fun group.
One of my favorite things, I don't know if it's actually been signed yet, but they're supposed to be rebooting Nightmare on Elm Street again, but they're gonna start with Dream Warriors.
Oh fuck yeah! It was the only like one of the only decent sequels I feel in the franchise. I mean, the fourth one has its moments. I have a soft spot for it, but it's so weird.
Yeah.
But,
Poor judgment in the chat. Might peace out because even minor discussion of scary movies freaks them out. I would say stick around if you can. We would love to have you here, but third round's we're gonna get there. So just you wait. All right, Kevin, you got that one correct. Question number 3, Kevin. In the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, Johnny Depp stars in which of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies?
it's gonna be number 1. Also, his first acting role.
Hey, K Sarah 21. I did see that name. We just got another follow. We're getting follows on the show. Thank you guys. We love having people in the crowd. We appreciate it. And Kevin, you did get that one correct. It is the original Nightmare on Elm Street. I was hoping, maybe if I said which one in the franchise it was, it would trip you up. But no, of course you got it. He also has, in my opinion, of all of the movies, the best death scene, but not the most iconic. We'll get there though.
It's there's so many. That's what makes it so interesting. One of my favorites is the deaths are crazy. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So question number 4 in the Nightmare on Elm Street series, Heather Langenkamp, or Nancy, returns as herself in this 1994 meta sequel.
That's such an interesting movie. Just rewatched. It's pretty good. I like it. It holds up. It's gonna be Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
That is correct.
I'm wearing the shirt, guys. I warned you.
I was not aware that you guys knew like this deep of like. I'm like, I know these, but
No, I love all 3 of these series.
Yeah, I clearly love the Friday the 13th brand with John Heater and Debo.
Yeah, John. You know what? You made the sequels and the reboots that we need to see, and that's impressive. All right, Kevin, your final question in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise is I want you to finish this quote. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock the door. 5, 6, fill in the blank.
Grab your crucifix. 7, 8, better stay up late. 9, 10, he's back again. Is that the nursery rhyme?
Never sleep again. But
Never
all I
sleep
wanted
again.
was all I wanted was
I wanted to show how much I knew. I didn't know the last part.
Yeah, I wanted to grab your crucifix because it is the one part that I always forget.
Grab your crucifix.
Yeah, you're right. It's never sleep again.
Oh, I also went to the Nightmare on Elm Street house. It's in Beverly Hills. It's yeah, they got a big old red door. It's cute.
It's cute.
I would totes live.
When I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street for the first time, I was like, did they only put like them holding the crucifixes in the movie because they needed something to rhyme with 6?
Exactly.
They were like, we got this clever song, but we needed to
the
work.
only reason that's in the lore? Like,
Well, a movie that's fucking crazy is the second one. That was Freddy's Revenge, where it's like
That one is such a it is a mind fuck, but it's also one of those examples of a horror movie that was definitely rushed because it came out almost less than a year from the first one.
Yeah, because the first one was such a big hit and they wanted to pump it out, and they really just like, here's a script.
Exactly. They were like, murder.
Even the lead actor and I were talking about it, and how it's like a secret, it's like a movie that represents a guy that doesn't realize he's gay or something, and it's hidden in this fucking Freddy movie. And it's like,
it's a good one. I dislike the ending because the ending kind of has it's just like a rip off of the first one. So
yeah, but I do enjoy. I enjoy almost all of them except for the 5th one. But everything else is fucking solid.
Okay, so we've got to the end of round number 2. And for the first time, we've got another double perfect round.
Wow.
So with 20 points each, Mike and Kevin killing it and making me think that I need to write harder questions. And then in second place, not out of this yet, because like I said, the third round is worth up to 12 points. So we'll see what happens. With 10 points is Daniel. Good job, Daniel.
Yay!
You do know your Jason X, which is awesome. Poor Judgment, we are glad you're still here because we're going into the third round, and I think you'll actually like it because to me it's very funny. It's hilarious. So, round number 3, every correct answer is going to be worth 3 points. But each time I'm going to go to you guys one by one, and each time I go to you guys, I'm going to name off 4 murders. And you're going to have to tell me, 1, which killer committed those murders, and then 2, which of those 4 is not a murder that murder committed. Just one that I made up. Yeah.
Okay. Wait,
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Say that again?
So I'm going to give you 4 murders, 4 ways that a killer has killed somebody.
Oh, okay.
And then your job is to tell me which I picked all the famous horror movie people, so you'll tell me which famous horror movie person murdered those people. And then of those 4 murders that I gave you, you can give me 1, 2, 3, or 4, or A, E, D, or if you remember which the actual description of the murder was, you can tell me which one it was. And I will repeat it for you because there are 4 different murders for each one. So, Daniel, because you're in second place, we're going to go with you first. And your first one, so I'm going to read off the 4 murders, and then you're going to tell me the killer and which one isn't one of their kills. So the first one is making someone into a comic, then shredding them. Number 2, turn someone into a cockroach and squash them in a giant roach motel. 3, behead somebody while dressed as a 16th century executioner. And 4, make someone a puppet by pulling out their tendons as the marionette strings.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Now
I don't nearly know enough slashers for this, so I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm going to stick with the Friday the 13th train and say Jason. Maybe, I don't know. Probably not.
And then which of those 3, do you want me to reread them?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we got making someone into a comic, then shredding them, turning someone into a cockroach, and then squashing them in a giant roach motel. 3, beheading someone while dressed as a 16th century executioner. Or 4, make someone a puppet by pulling out their tendons at the marionette strings.
Oh, man. They're all ridiculous, but I want to say number 3 isn't the one.
So you got that right. Number 3 isn't the right one. Dressed like a beheading somebody while dressed as a 16th century executioner. But it's Freddy Krueger.
Ah, damn it.
Freddy is our creative killer on that one. All right. Kevin and Mike are tied again. So I have written down another number. Kevin, this time you give me a number between 1 and 10.
Oh, it's tough. I'm going to do 1.
1. Okay. And Mike.
I mean, I should just say 2, right?
I mean, if we're doing that whole,
What is it?
I'll say 6 again.
6? Yeah. Why would you pick 1? Like, unless it was 1. The answer was 9.
Yeah.
It was 9. Yeah. Mike got that one. So Mike, you go next. And your murders go as such. Number 1, trapping somebody in a sleeping bag and beating them against a tree. Number 2, pushing a guy in a wheelchair down the stairs after axing him in the face.
Dude.
Number 3, decapitation by one right hook, or number 4, hanging somebody by their intestines.
Okay, so that's definitely Jason Voorhees. And I know the first two are for sure real. So
Well, it's just a movie.
I'm going to guess that number 4 is the incorrect one because that happened in Scream. So I think that might have been a trick.
Correct. Good job. Yes, it was the Mighty Jason.
I'm gonna say it was from the Mighty Ducks.
And that fourth, and the fourth one is I just took I think it did happen in Scream. You're right, but I took a random. What could a murder do that Jason would do? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
I'm sure he's capable of it.
yeah. Kevin, you're up next.
Holler.
I'm going to give you your 4 murders, and you're going to tell me who the murderer was and which one was not one of their murders.
Okay.
So, number 1, crushed head with a garage door, then slit throat. Number 2, dropped a TV on someone's head after they were stabbed. Number 3, stabbed someone in their ear through a bathroom stall. And number 4, filled a house with gas and blow it up.
So I know it's going to be Ghostface from Scream. I'm not sure which Scream. I don't know what the second thing you said was. I think that's...
Do you want me to repeat the murders?
What was the second one? The teepee on someone's head?
No. Dropped a TV on someone's head
TV,
after
okay,
they were
that's
stabbed.
Okay, yes. So it's going to be the last one, filling a house with gas. That wasn't... Oh, wait, no, that is in it. Damn it. Okay. You want to repeat the murders real quick? I know it's Ghostface.
Okay. Crushed head with a garage door, then slit throat. Number 2, dropped a TV on someone's head after they were stabbed. Number 3, stabbed someone in the ear through a bathroom stall. And number 4, filled a house with gas and blows it up.
Oh, it's going to be the first one then.
You're incorrect on that. You did get that it is Ghostface. The girl who dies in the garage, she gets...
Yeah, but you said he crushed her head.
She does get her head crushed.
She gets her whole body crushed.
I just watched it last night. She gets her head crushed, and then then she has a slit throat. That's why she can't talk. The one that didn't happen, you were correct that it happens in the movie, but dropped a TV on someone's head after they were stabbed.
That's what happens to Shaggy.
Yeah, Sydney kills Shaggy that way. So you didn't get both of them. So good job. Daniel,
well, to be fair, all the deaths did happen in the
movie. They did, in fact. That was true. All right, Daniel. Daniel, it's now on to you with your last one. So there's a chance to get 6 more points here. Your 4 murders are killing a woman at a rest stop by drowning her in a dirty toilet.
Ooh.
Number 2, hit someone with a car, then burn them to death. Number 3, throw someone onto an electrical transformer in the rain. Or number 4, impale someone with a shotgun.
All right, I'm sticking with my boy Jason. It's literally the only one that I recognize.
Okay, and then which of the murders is not a murder?
I'm gonna say the run over the car and set on fire.
Okay, so it's you didn't get either one of those ones.
Damn it.
Sorry, Daniel. It's the other one. We already had Jason. Let's remember the it's Michael Myers. And the one that didn't happen was killing a woman at a rest stop by drowning her. There is a scene in Halloween Resurrection where he steals a lady's car at a rest stop, and there's a dirty bathroom and a dirty toilet.
That's H2O, baby.
Is it? Oh, you're right. It is H2O. Yeah.
The Josh Hartnett masterpiece.
Yeah. All right. Mike, now we come up on your turn. You can put this one away if you get both of these correct. If you get one of these and then Kevin can pull both of his, then we have a tie, and I actually do have a tiebreaker this time.
Ooh.
We'll get to that if we get to that. So, Mike, we're going to go with you. And yours is number 1, jumping on someone's chest with a pogo stick. Number 2, running someone over with a go-kart. Number 3, coming out of someone's penis when they pee, making them explode. Or number 4, freezing someone with liquid nitrogen and blowing them up.
What the hell?
This came out of left field.
Oh my gosh, I have no clue.
2 of those are from one movie.
I have absolutely no clue. I'm gonna need to hear those again.
All right. Jumping on someone's chest with a pogo stick. Running someone over with a go-kart. Number 3, coming out of someone's penis when they're peeing and making them explode. Penis first. Or 4, freezing someone with liquid nitrogen and blowing them up.
Dude, I have no idea. I cannot imagine that you would invent that penis one. And so oh my god. All right. I don't even know where to begin on this. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna like come up with this in my head, so I'm just gonna throw it out there. Let's go with the Leprechaun.
Okay.
And the fake one is, what was the fourth one?
Freezing someone with liquid nitrogen and blowing them up.
Let's do the pogo stick as the fake one.
Pogo stick. Okay. So you didn't put the game away, but you did get Leprechaun.
Nice.
Nice.
The one that was wrong is the freezing someone with liquid nitrogen and blowing them up.
Oh.
It did happen. It did happen in Leprechaun 4 in space, but somebody else did the murder.
Dang, that was my second choice.
Yeah, coming out of someone's penis. He actually does it twice. He does it once in number 2 and once in number 4, and it's really fucked up both times.
The only Leprechauns that I've seen the original, and I've seen Leprechaun like 6 or whatever, like Back to the Hood.
Yeah, Back to the Hood and Leprechaun in the Hood, both great movies, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Kevin, if you can get both of these correct, you send us into overtime.
Oh.
Okay, so your 4 murders are as follows. Switching out fake bullets for real ones during a shooting drill. Number 2, run Britney Spears off the road in a fiery crash. Number 3, throwing someone into high-powered fan blades, cutting them into pieces. And number 4, possessing a wheelchair-bound girl and stomping her therapist's head in.
So I almost had no idea until you said Britney Spears. So I know it's Chucky. But I have no idea which one the fake one is. I really don't know. I'm just going to say whatever your first one was. That's my guess.
Switching the fake bullets out for real ones during a shooting drill? I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Bummer. Yeah, I've only seen like one Chucky movie.
It was
and
throwing...
the one with Britney Spears.
That one is Seed of Chucky. If you guys have not seen that one, the answer to the question, the one that was fake, was throwing someone into a high-powered fan blade, cutting them into pieces. That's actually how Chucky gets murdered in Child's Play 3, which is actually a really good one. So,
Seed of Chucky was crazy. That's the only one I've seen. But with his son. What's his face? The Hobbit guy.
Oh God, Seed of Chucky is a
Disaster.
it's a slog to get through. The two newest ones, before the Chucky reboot that just came out last year, but the two ones before that, Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky, are really, really good. Especially Cult of Chucky has probably has the one from like 2017, not the newest one, not the one with
Aubrey Plaza.
Luke Skywalker as
Chucky. Yeah, he's the new one.
Chucky. Not that one. The one from 2017, Cult of Chucky, because he literally possesses this girl in a wheelchair and makes her stomp her therapist's head in, and then he possesses like 5 other Chucky dolls with like different haircuts. One's all like mutilated and shit. It is got the best murder scenes in all of the Chucky movies. So
I almost guessed Chucky for my round, but then I was like, I don't think Chucky's magical enough to come out of somebody's penis.
I almost didn't put that one in because I was hoping that somebody would go with Chucky, but he literally comes out of somebody's penis and it explodes. K-Sarah21 in the chat says, "Good job, guys. Congrats, Mike." Yes.
Thank you.
Let's get to those scores. With 29 points, our winner tonight is Mike. Good job, Mike. Great job.
Thank you very
we're going to
much.
have you back because obviously you know what you're doing, and we appreciate having you on. Coming in, yeah, hell yeah, of course. And coming up second with 26 points, we have Kevin Heisanger.
Hey.
Yeah, almost sent us into our first overtime, but maybe we'll get into an overtime. We'll see how it goes. I was going to have you guys guess whether or not there was names of jigsaw torture or jigsaw traps. Jigsaw traps written down. I was going to tell you. But anyways, Kevin, you came in second place. One last time for your podcast that we've plugged like 10 times already, but let's plug it one more time because I've been on it 3 times.
Oh, you're asking? Yeah, it's going to be Midnight Movie Night, please. And if you have any questions or comments or concerns, we have a Gmail. It's midnightmovienight420@gmail.com because Midnight Movie Night was taken. I had no idea what other numbers to pick. It's just nothing else was available. I'm trying to, spice it up. I'm trying to be crazy.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's a fun show to be on. So far, me and Kevin have